This is Sylvia Saber with OpTv Global Headlines. Starting with the top international stories for the day. United States prosecutors have charged 6 members of the 3%ers right-wing militia group with conspiring to attack the U.S. Capitol. 2 of them were seen a day before the riot with Roger Stone, who is a friend and advisor to Trump, and also during a protest outside the U.S. Supreme Court against the outcome of the 2020 presidential election. United Kingdom President Boris Johnson has described U.S. President Joe Biden as a breath of fresh air after they met for the first time on the eve of the G7 summit in Cornwall. He also said there was complete harmony with Mr. Biden over Northern Ireland. The U.S. Senate has approved Pakistani origin Zahid Qureshi to the federal bench, who is a magistrate judge in New Jersey. It makes him the first Muslim federal judge in U.S. history, as no Muslim has ever served on the federal bench. Iran sends warships to Atlantic Oceans without offering the vessel's final destination. Iran's deputy army chief, he described their mission as the Iranian Navy's longest and most challenging voyage yet, without elaborating. U.S. State Department spokesperson Ned Price, while showing concern, said that if this is an effort to transfer weapons or otherwise to violate its international obligations, we would be prepared to respond. French court sentenced to 4 months in prison the man who slapped President Emmanuel Macron across the face after being angered by what he said was the French leader's friendly and mendacious look. Terrell, who had risked a maximum 3-year jail sentence and a fine of $55,000, had waived his right to a full-blown trial. Up next, we have the national updates. Pakistan security forces have killed 2 terrorists during an operation in Karan district of Balochistan. FC soldier Fidor Rahman, who was also martyred during the exchange of fire. According to the Inter-Services Public Relations, large amount of arms and ammunitions were recovered during the operation. The government of Pakistan has announced that it has given overseas Pakistanis the right to vote in the National Assembly. Taking to Twitter, former Special Assistant to the Prime Minister for Overseas Pakistanis Zulfikar Bukhari confirmed the news and lauded the PTI-led government. The decision was made as part of the Election Act Amendment Bill 2020. Pakistan is heading towards economic stability and called for ensuring ease of doing business for investors. Prime Minister Imran Khan said. In a video-linked meeting, he also directed all federal ministries and provincial governments to take measures for the promotion of investment and ensure the timely realization of set targets. Pakistan People's Party Chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari criticized the parliament by saying that the role of parliament in legislation has been completely undermined. Bilawal in his tweet said, "No right to read the bill, no right to debate the bill, no right to have our vote counted and our opposition recorded." At least 13 persons were killed when a bus full of passengers fell into ravine near Kuzdar. The passenger coach was traveling from Wad to Dadu when lost control and turned turtle because it was overspeeding. Sindh government has rejected the proposed program of monitoring flow at barrages of Sindh and Punjab. Sindh has stayed back for the time being by not sending its nominations for a tripartite monitoring. The program has been proposed by the Indus River System Authority amid heightening tension between the two sides over water distribution. Up next, we have the health updates. Pakistan lags behind regional nations in health indicators. Even Afghanistan is ahead of it. According to the Economic Survey of Pakistan, life expectancy increased from 66.9 years in 2017 to 67.3 years in 2019, but it is still behind other countries. It identified needs for more investment to improve diagnostic facilities, disease surveillance, prevention and spread, and upgrading healthcare infrastructure, emergency room, intensive care units, isolation wards, and public awareness. COVID-19 positivity rate surges to 3.2% in Pakistan. According to the National Command and Operations Center, novel coronavirus has claimed 47 more lives and infected 1,303 people over the past 24 hours. Up next, we have the sports updates. Lahore Qalandars remained at the top spot on the points table after defeating Peshawar Zalmi in the 17th match of the Pakistan Super League 2021 at Abu Dhabi's Sheikh Zayed Cricket Stadium. The Zalmi are now at 5th spot on the points table. The Sultans remained the 5th spot while the Kings had retained the 2nd position. India has announced second string squad for Sri Lanka series where Srikhar Dhawan was named as captain. India will play 3 one-day internationals and 3 2020 matches in the island nation starting July 13 in Colombo, according to the Board of Control for Cricket in India. Czech Barbora Krejcikova has reached the French Open final as she beat Greek 17th seed Maria Sakkari 7-5, 4-6, 9-7 in a nail-biting contest. Krejcikova will face Russian 31st seed Anastasia Balchinkova, who will also be making her maiden appearance in a major singles final on Saturday. Up next, we have the entertainment updates. Pakistani actress Aiman Khan has made the exciting announcement that she launched her own perfume. The stunner took to Instagram to break the major news. British Muslim actor Riz Ahmed launched an effort to improve the way Muslims are depicted in movies after a study showed that less than 10% of top-grossing films released from 2017 to 2019 from the US, the UK, Australia, and New Zealand featured at least one speaking Muslim character. Riz Ahmed has teamed up with the Chicago-based advocacy group to create 25,000 fellowships for Muslim filmmakers. Indian Punjabi singer Imran Khan is arrested by the Kapurthala police for hosting a party in violation of the COVID guidelines. Khan Saab was arrested along with 3 of his accomplices and has been currently let off on a bail. Up next, we have the business updates. The total liquid foreign exchange reserves of Pakistan continue to surge by $281 million. The total reserves reach at the highest level of $23,577.9 million in the week ending. According to the State Bank of Pakistan, foreign reserves held by the State Bank of Pakistan stood at $16,414.9 million, while net foreign reserves held by commercial banks were recorded at $7,163 million. China has passed a new law to counter foreign sanctions as it took to build its defenses against rising US and EU pressure over trade and human rights. The new law includes refusal to issue visas, denial of entry, deportation and sealing, seizing and freezing property of individuals or businesses that adhere to foreign sanctions against Chinese businesses or officials. Up next, we have the updates on science and technology. Hackers have leaked more than 3.2 billion passwords online as part of the biggest password data breach in the history. All these passwords were not even leaked in an encrypted form but in plain text. This attack has been dubbed through social app RockU 2021, which is a reminiscent of a similar RockU data breach back in 2009. The Xbox team is working with TV makers to embed software that will let video games typically enjoyed on its consoles and can be played directly from the cloud. The technology giant also announced it is building devices that will plug into any television screen or computer monitor to stream Xbox gameplay without any consoles. That's all from this bulletin. For more updates, do stay with us and keep watching OpTv Global.